Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Today I am going to discuss about the very important disease, that is brucellosis. First of all, what is brucellosis? Brucellosis is a zoonosis. Zoonosis is that type of disease that transfer from animal to human. It means that those type of diseases, they transfer from animal to human being. In human being, these diseases are called zoonosis. So brucellosis is a zoonosis. Brucellosis is characterized by fluctuating fever. Fluctuating fever mean that high and low. Sometimes the fever become very high and sometimes the fever become very low, about 40 degrees centigrade to or 104 Fahrenheit every afternoon. In this zoonotic disease, the fever reach to 104 Fahrenheit after every afternoon. So due to this rising and falling of fever in this disease is also known as undulant fever. Undulant fever, actually undulant is a Latin word that originated from undula, which meaning small waves. Why it is called undulant fever? Because its word is referring to the wave appearance of a graph of the patient temperature over time. Actually, this infection or this disease is also characterized by chill, sweating, headache, myalgia, and weight loss. This disease is also known for other names. The other name of this disease is Bank disease. Actually, why this disease is called Bank disease? Because a scientist, Bernhard Bank, who first of all investigated this disease, so this disease is also known as Bank disease. This disease is also having other name such as Malta fever, rock fever or rock fever of Gibraltar, and fever of Crete. These names are given on the basis of epidemic and localized area. This fever or this brucellosis infected different area. Certain outbreak occur in different area. On the basis of these area, this fever or this brucellosis have got these name. Now the question arises that what is the causative agent of this brucellosis? The causative agent of brucellosis is Brucella. Brucella is actually gram-negative aerobic non-motile bacteria in lake capsule. The important property of this bacteria is that this bacteria live is intracellular pathogen, facultative intracellular pathogen. Facultative intracellular pathogen are those pathogen that reside within the cell of the host or environment. They are not obligate intracellular parasite just like virus. They are facultative. They are multiply and they have the capability to grow in the different cell of the body. For example, macrophages, neutrophil, placenta, and trophoblast. Trophoblast are those cells that surrounding the developing embryo. Now these in animals, the bacteria lives in these places. But when they infect the human, the bacteria do not cause infection in these organs. Infection in animal is either asymptomatic or cause a mild disease, though they sometimes cause sterility or spontaneous abortion. For example, Brucella abortus causes abortion in animal. If we talk about the virulence factor, Brucella has an endotoxin, and the sign and symptom is due to the presence of this endotoxin. There is no exotoxin produced by this bacteria. This bacteria also have the capability to multiply inside the phagocytic cell, so it evading the antibody and some antibacterial drug. So you know that we are talking the species of the Brucella. RNA analysis has revealed the existence of only a single true species. RNA analysis detected, they proved that there is only one species of Brucella, and that is Brucella melitensis. The other are the variant or strain of this bacteria. But nowadays, the veterinary doctors and many other human doctors, they use the historical name. So Brucella have 4 species according to the clinical point of view that infect human being. One is Brucella melitensis. Brucella melitensis is found in goats and sheep. This is a goat. Actually, Brucella melitensis is found in the different organ of the sheep and goats. Brucella abortus, it is found in cattle. Brucella suis, it is found in pig. This is the picture of pig. And Brucella canis found in dog. This is dog. How you remember these terms for MCQs? Look at me. M mean motor and G mean general motor. You should keep in mind that melitensis is found in goat. You should remember general motor, so you will remember it easily. Now in sheep there are she, e, and melitensis there is also e in the past after m. So you should remember that Brucella melitensis, me general motor goats, and e sheep. So goat and sheep are the reservoir for Brucella melitensis. The other is Brucella abortus. Abortus, in cattle there is A, and abortus there is A. So you remember it, cattle abortus. Brucella suis, I in Swiss and I in pigs, Swiss in pigs. And the other is so simple, canis is the zoological name of dog. So you should remember that Brucella canis is in the dog. Look at this picture. These animals are the reservoir of Brucella. Now transmission. How this bacteria transfer from these animals to human being. The first source of transmission is contaminated product from these animal. Contaminated product mean unpasteurized milk, cheese or other product. The organism enter the body through, you should eat these things, so it enter the body through digestive tract, respiratory tract, you inhale it, or through skin. You can get the infection through the digestive tract. Look at this picture, the small children, the baby drinking contaminated milk product. Beside it, you can get this infection through skin, and you can also inhale it. Now you can, beside this product, you can also acquire this bacteria through the from the animal by direct contact. Direct contact mean from animal blood, urine and placenta. How you can get it? The person, the doctors or the researcher work in the lab, they can get the infection, are slaughterhouses. In slaughterhouses, you come in contact with these product and you can get it. Now, from person to person, the contact is rare. It means that from one human to other human being, the transmission is very. After the transmission, now what is the pathogenesis? How it caused the disease? From different sources, when the bacteria enter the body through skin or respiratory tract or digestive tract, the bacteria when enter the body, you should note that they localize the reticuloendothelial system. Reticuloendothelial system, what do you know about it? This is the system that is consist of lymph node, liver, spleen and bone marrow. When they localize these area, what happen next? Many microorganisms are killed by macrophages, but some survive in these cells. When they survive in this cell, they are protected from the antibody. Now the host response is granulomatous. It means that lymphocyte and epithelioid giant cells, they come together and they will cause focal abscesses. Now the pathogenesis, the mechanism of pathogenesis is not very well known, not defined, but you know that it contains endotoxin. So we say that the sign and symptom are related to endotoxin. The fever, high fever, that is due to the endotoxin. Endotoxin is actually, when they enter the body, they cause fever by stimulating the different cytokines such as prostaglandin, interleukin. They disrupt the brain, the hypothalamus and cause the fever. No exotoxin is produced by this bacteria. You should note that imported cheese from unpasteurized goats, milk produced in the Mexico or Mediterranean region has been a source of Brucella militensis infection in United States. In United States, infection is due to the imported cheese from unpasteurized goats milk product. Now if we look at the epidemiology at the cases of this disease, so due to immunization of livestock, destruction of animal and quarantine of infected herds, Brucella is less of a threat in the United States than in the past year. It means that when through vaccination we immunize the animals, or we kill or we destroy the infected animal, or if we quarantine the animal, then what will happen? The source of transmission will be less, so the cases of brucellosis will be less. In United States, many animals have been immunized, if infected animal have been destroyed, and those animals they get this disease, they are quarantined. Quarantine means they are keep isolated from other animals and human population. In 2012, only 123 cases were reported. About 500,000 human cases occur worldwide each year. Now incubation period, sign and symptom. First of all, incubation period is 1 to 3 weeks when the bacteria enter the body. 1 to 3 weeks later, the sign and symptoms appear. First, non-specific symptom like flu-like symptom. Look at this man, they have got the brucellosis. In first stage, there is flu-like symptom, little weird fever, chills, fatigue, malaise, anorexia, and weight loss occur. Now, if you do not treat this bacterial disease, then there is rising and falling of the fever, which is known as undulating fever. And due to this undulating fever, I have discussed the disease is also called undulating fever. Beside the fever and the advanced cases Lymph node, liver, spleen are also frequently infected and they become enlarged. Pancytopenia also occur. If we talk about the poor species, the most severe infection is caused by Brucella melitensis, while Brucella abortus infection are self-limited. Osteomyelitis is the most frequent complication in this disease, and the person cannot spread the disease. It means that the disease is not transferred from one person to another. Look at this child. This child have brucellosis. They have chronic symptom. Chronic symptom include fever, joint pain, fatigue, malaise, and other. If you do not treat it, it will cause the systemic infection. Come to the lab diagnosis. You know that if you want to recover, you want to isolate the organism, you should provide the enriched media, an incubation, and 10% of carbon dioxide. It is the bacteria that are facultative intracellular, so enriched media should be given. You should culture it on enriched media. But uncommonly we recognize this bacteria by slide agglutination test with Brucella antiserum, and we can also identify this bacteria by various biochemical tests. I will give separate lecture on the slide agglutination test. Now you know that if organisms are not isolated, not cultured, then we will perform serum analysis of serum sample of the patient. For Brucella we detect the antibody at least 1:160, and the convolution space serum sample is diagnostic. Now if we talk about the treatment, in most cases in human and animal the symptoms are mild, there is no need of treatment, but the physicians or the doctor treat the brucellosis with synergic drug, I mean combination of drug. For example, doxycycline in rifampin or streptomycin for several weeks. But the choice of drug for the treatment is tetracycline plus rifampin. Why? Because there is no significant resistance to this drug. Now how you should prevent the infection? So pasteurize the milk, immunize the animal, and also be aware of the slaughtering houses. The infected animal should be separate, they should be quarantined. If we talk about the vaccine, there is no human vaccine. For animal attenuated vaccine are exist, but physicians do not administer it to human because the vaccine sometimes causes brucellosis. And the next lecture we will discuss about the